Hi, I'm Maddie Whitford, and I'm looking into how royal jelly plays a significant role in the development of Apis mellifera bees. For an introduction and background, what is royal jelly? So, royal jelly is a substance produced by the hypophalangeal and mandibular glands of a nurse honeybee. Royal jelly induces the larvae of Apis mellifera to become queens by DNA mutation and altered gene expression. Royal jelly contains an essential fatty acid, 10-hydroxyl-2-donoic acid, which is equipped with antimicrobial qualities and the ability to control the body's immune response. I wanted to talk a little bit also about the longevity of queen bees versus worker bees. Queen bees are shown to live on average about 20 times longer than that of worker bees, and although both queen bees and worker bees develop from the relatively same fertilized egg, the nutrition that the bees get while they're in their eggs will determine if a bee is a queen or a worker bee. The nutrition of a bee looks very different from that of a worker bee due to the royal jelly that they'll receive on their larvae. Royal jelly will provide the needed nutrients to developing larvae of a queen, and not only does the queen receive royal jelly for nutrients, but it will also receive pollen, honey, and nectar. With such a nutrient-dense diet, less dangerous interactions will occur and minimal stress, and the queen bee will then have a longer lifespan than a worker bee. And this leads me to my research question: can royal jelly affect the longevity of Apis mellifera bees? And thinking about the longevity of queen bees versus worker bees led me to this question, just because I thought it was interesting how two of the same species, who were brought up in the same larvae, just from receiving different nutrients and receiving royal jelly, could have such a longer lifespan by 20 times. So, what is 10-hydroxyl-2-donoic acid? 10-hydroxyl-2-donoic acid, which is commonly known as 10-HDA, is a fatty acid primarily found in royal jelly. It's gaining attention for its potential health benefits and various biological activities. Structurally, 10-HDA features a long carbon chain, a hydroxyl group, and a double bond, which contribute to its unique properties. Studies suggest that 10-HDA exhibits antibacterial, anti-inflammatory, and immunomodulatory effects. Additionally, it is recognized for its nutritional and cosmetic benefits. For anti-inflammatory effects, 10-HDA have shown to reduce inflammation in honeybees' bodies, and when modulating inflammatory pathways, it can alleviate symptoms that are associated with inflammatory conditions. This process has a very positive effect on a bee's health and recovery. For antibacterial effects, 10-HDA has been seen in the growth of various bacteria, and this makes the 10-HDA useful in preventing infections and supporting immune health. Lastly, for the immunomodulatory effects found in 10-HDA, they are shown to regulate and modify the immune system's response. This can enhance immune function, helping to speed up the bee's response to pathogens. These effects also prevent excessive immune reactions that have the potential to form into autoimmune issues. So next, I wanted to show the royal jelly properties in relation to longevity. So this figure on the left shows probable mechanisms that royal jelly and its components can extend a bee's lifespan. So royal jelly reduces insulin, heightening the activity of DAF16, and DAF16 promotes the translocation of cytoplasm to the nucleus. This process allows interactions with its associated transcriptional co-regulator proteins. These proteins then result in a formation of protein complexes inside cells, which enhances the expression of various longevity-promoting genes. This also promotes genes that contribute to dietary restriction, which lowers food intake, and this actually contributes to signaling boosts related to longevity and promoting cellular processes. These cellular processes can promote DNA repair, antioxidant activity, anti-inflammatory activity, stress resistance, and cell proliferation. And then I wanted to add this chart on the right, just kind of showing some of the environmental and physical factors that can negatively affect a bee's lifespan. And I thought this was important just to show how a few of these factors can be combated with royal jelly. So just to see kind of the effects of royal jelly and how it can help decrease a lot of these environmental and physical factors that bees experience that will ultimately lead to a decrease in their longevity. Okay, so this data sheet is really interesting to me, even though it doesn't look like a whole lot. It shows this pie chart shows the components of royal jelly and the effects that it has on a bee's lifespan. So 85% of royal jelly components actually lead to increase of lifespan, while the other 15% doesn't have an increase or decrease, so it has no effect. I felt like this was really cool just because it shows components of royal jelly and the effects on lifespan and health span, along with main mechanisms of action. So I think it's super cool, really interesting how 85% of the components of royal jelly increase lifespan. And they've shown that. So I thought that was really interesting. So next, I included these two tables. The table on the left will show bees. For that thicker line, it is bees that receive pollen and royal jelly. For that next, a little bit thinner line, it's pollen but no royal jelly, and then the dotted line is nor pollen or royal jelly. So whenever we look at this, you can see how the bees that receive pollen and royal jelly, even compared to those that just receive pollen, do have a longer lifespan. So that's really interesting to see, because this isn't just shown on Apis mellifera queens, but it's shown on all Apis mellifera bees. And then this table on the right shows the diet, mean days of survival, median size of survival, and the sample size of the three groups of Apis mellifera bees. So this kind of just puts it in perspective of how many bees were actually tested, just to get that substantial data. So I think that this is such a significant topic just because of the great effects that it has to the longevity of Apis mellifera bees. I think it's really important to then kind of carry it on to other organisms and see how the components of royal jelly can increase their lifespan if we can find ways to use those components into other organisms to help promote longer and healthier lives. So I thought it was really interesting to learn about royal jelly and how it can have such substantial effects. So, in conclusion, I have a little bee that loves royal jelly, but royal jelly plays a significant role on the longevity of Apis mellifera bees. And after observing all of the data through various sources and learning about the properties of royal jelly, the continents of that show that there's an obvious role that royal jelly plays in modulating mechanisms of aging and promoting longevity. So I thought it was really interesting to see that royal jelly does indeed promote the longevity of Apis mellifera bees. And then here are all my citations. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you learn more about royal jelly.